Associative search is actually a deceptively simple concept. So if I take a look at this QlikView here, and I click on something like accessories, when I click on accessories, you see that accessories turns green. That lets me as a user know that I've selected it. But importantly, across every other field in this QlikView, I see that the values that are associated with accessories are white, and the values which are excluded from accessories are gray. So I get instant feedback that bike racks and bike stands are kinds of accessories, and bib shorts and bottom brackets are not. And that's true of this category, subcategory field, but also true of all the products here, and all of the countries and states and provinces, every other field across the QlikView. And of course, we never restrict the user. So if, for instance, I thought a derailleur was a kind of accessory, which was a reasonable thing to think, I can see that it's not. But I can also select derailleurs, and I can see that no, in fact, derailleurs is a kind of component. The concept of associative search allows me to see how the data elements are related across my entire QlikView. And I can also use this to do something really powerful, a kind of indirect search. So if I'm interested in looking for countries in which we've sold pumps, I can actually do that directly here from the country field. Now, of course, in the country field, I can type Australia, and I can search directly for Australia. But if I expand to do a kind of indirect search, I can actually search for field values that don't exist in this list of data. So if I type pumps, you can see that on the right, I'm allowed to filter my selection by this value that exists in a different field, product subcategory called pumps. And if I select pumps over here, you can see I'm filtering country, not by something I've typed like Australia, but rather by the value pumps. And so these are countries in which I've sold pumps. And if I select that, I don't select pumps, I actually select countries in which we've sold pumps. And you can see, for instance, that pumps is not grayed out here, which makes sense because if I select that, you can see that in fact those are the 4 countries in which we've sold pumps. And further, if I were to select Australia, you can see that pumps is grayed out because it's a value that, or it's a type of product we haven't sold in Australia. So having mapped all the associations in the data, we can do some really powerful things in QlikView. We don't even have to search for specific values in the data model. For instance, if I were interested in products that we've sold a lot of, I can actually search for not a particular value in the products field, but actually an expression. And I do that by typing equals to write an expression, and as I type my expression, I'm going to look for products in which we've sold the total sales of that product are greater than, let's start with 1. Every single product we've sold more than $1 of. And if I type 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, and as you see I do 10,000, you'll see the list of products shrinks. So 10,000, 100,000, a million, and the list is now considerably shorter. So here are products for which the total sales is greater than $1 million. And if I go ahead and select that, you'll see that for products that we've sold more than $1 million of in total, they're all bike products. They're bikes, mountain bikes, road bikes, and touring bikes, all types of bikes we've sold more than $1 million of. So in this case, I'm using the associative search not to search for a specific value, but actually for a calculation or an expression on the underlying values in that data. Lastly, the concept of associative search can be used within QlikView to solve important business problems. For instance, this QlikView has a tab called Customer Targeting, which allows me to actually do analysis both looking at what people have purchased, but also what they haven't purchased. An important marketing campaign I might want to run is to look for people who purchased bikes. And to do that, I simply select bikes. And you can see we've sold 3 kinds of bikes, and here's the list. And that's the normal associative search. And here's the list of customers who've purchased bikes. But I'm interested not only in people who've purchased bikes, but people who bought bikes and did not purchase accessories. Obviously, there's a marketing opportunity here to find people who purchased bikes and didn't buy the accessories, and now I can go back against these customers and offer them a coupon or something to purchase an accessory product. So the idea here is that in 2 clicks I've been able to see both what is included in a selection and what's excluded in a selection, and that can have a tremendous value. This would be something that would be very difficult to do in a traditional BI product. So I hope this has been helpful. Again, the critical difference with QlikView is this concept of associative search. Association allows you to see the relationship among all the data elements inside a QlikView. It allows you to make selections by making them green, see the included values that are white and excluded values which are gray, never restricts the user, always allowing them to select wherever they'd like inside their QlikView, and to do searches both directly inside a field, but also do indirect searches and searches for expressions for more power users.